Hello, everybody. Reggie Time here, and we're just going to have a quick 40-minute blast on the Party Poker Fast Forward 25 and L tables. I have 40 minutes before I have to go out. Before we start, just click the link beneath the video to the Poker Lounge's Facebook page where they're giving away £25, 25% first deposit bonus to all new players. So click the link beneath the video, go to the Poker Lounge's Facebook page, and from there you'll get instructions, or you can find instructions on how to sign up. And I'd love to see you there. That is the end of the spam. Now let's just get into playing some poker. No idea what these games are going to be like. I never play speed poker unless I'm just doing something like this, because I already know they won't be great, but they might be good relative to other speed poker pools on other sites. So I guess we're going to find out together. Tag all these players who have broken stacks as green because there's 0% chance that they're going to be some kind of like skilled regular, but they still might be tight. You know, that's what happens in speed poker. The fish are just tight fish. Wasn't concentrating there when I folded on that side because I was too busy thinking about this one. We're going to call with backdoor everything. And he now checks the turn, so we're going to bet 40%. Try and make sure that he is indeed capped, and then probably bluff the river. It's 4 suited small blind versus middle position. We're just going to fold. Ace 5 suited. No fucking clue about this player whatsoever. He's using 2.2. He's got a full stack. Don't know anything about him. Could 3-bet. Not going to. I'm going to play like pretty tight this session. This time, this is the same player who went 2.2. Now he's gone 3.4. So there'll be tells in there somewhere. They're going to play very tight this session. Just basically just play good starting hands. Try to make some hands. Try to make some money. Not a particularly flashy player. Never have been and never will be. Just try and play solid. Probably a little bit tighter than theory because everyone else is probably, or most players will be playing tighter than theory. And then just hopefully, if I have any post-up skill advantage, use that built on the foundation of pretty strong ranges. That's the plan for the day. Not pleased to see 3 orange tags in the game. Especially all at the same table. So we have a 3.4x open here and a call. Going to squeeze the aces, commit against this player, and be disappointed against this player should he back raise. Although I wouldn't expect I'd be folding to the back raise. It's a big open too, so he's going to make a big squeeze, 15 big blinds. I said fully committing against Penny Dog. And we get 2 folds. And with 2 nines, that is just okay with me. Look at this Penny Dog, this tag. Not broken stack, 3.4x, limping. Should all the hallmarks of definitely being whalish. King 6 suited with 2 green tags in the blinds. Going to open. There was more reggish type players behind. I probably wouldn't. It's pretty much 0 EV pre-flop. But it's going to be slightly plus EV when we're involved with these types of players. 2 players have checked. Only 1 player in position to us. We'll have a little stab. Our top pair backdoor flush draw. If a race comes in after this tank, then I ain't fucking falling for it. We do get raised by this player. Super trivial fold. We're close to bottom of range pre. We've c-bet. We've been check raised. We're out. Jack's on the button. Kind of want to play pots with a green tag. So we'll have a little flat. Didn't get to play with the green tag, sadly. Checks to us. We're going to stab again, hoping not to be check raised. 10 on the turn. Going to keep just betting small here. It's hyper exploitable because if we had a stronger hand, I wouldn't use his size. But we can just get value from like 8x, pocket 9s, pocket 7s, etc. Doubt we're going to get check raised now by an overpair when the repeat 10 comes. 4x open here from a green tag. Don't love it because 4x is, not an ideal size to face. But obviously versus a green tag with 2 queens, we're just going to be willing to play for it all. And if he's got a better hand, then good for him. I think I remember Winwin from last time I played. He seemed like he was maybe some like bad aggro fish type of player. And you're going to stab the gut shot on the 4-4-3. Get called. Immediately turn the gut shot, turn it into a winner. Here we're just looking to try and build a pot now. Going with over bet. Don't think many pocket pairs are going to fold. If he's got a 4, we can just win the lot here. If he's got hands like pocket 8s, pocket 7s, probably not. I'm going to go with over bet again. Not worried about getting caught, trying to get caught by a 3 or something like that. Just hoping he somehow peeled a 4 in the small blind. So somebody with the red tag just having a 4x, orange tag, so a 4x open on the button. So maybe that orange tag is somewhat inaccurate. Excuse me. 8-7 suited, cut off, not a mandatory open, but blue tag here, green tag there. So trivial open. Gonna go with a larger size here, try and get a bit more fold equity. And also we don't mind trying to build a pot with our flush draw. This is win-win, and then Dindendo on green in the big blind. You won't see many people flat in small blinds anywhere, but I'm just going to flat here because I want to be in pots with this guy, and I'm not really that into the whole let's squeeze it up with ace-4, ace-5 thing because people open quite tight, but more importantly, they fucking stink at folding to 3 bets. So the fold equity doesn't exist in the same way that it does on the machine. We've got an open ender here facing a big bet. I'm not particularly happy about it, but obviously we can't go anywhere. Not going to try and achieve any fold equity against this player. Turn an ace, which complicates things somewhat. Checking again. Here we've turned 2 pairs, which is going to blast. And here I think we just check fold our ace. Big bet, then check, and then probably significantly under bluff river. in that line. He just had the three. Yeah, this guy's just shit, isn't he? Ace 6 suited, but there's not a single player I consider to be a reg at the table. So you can certainly open it. At other tables, I would not have opened it. I have no shame in playing tight. I'm here to try and make some money and enjoy myself. So yeah, I just do what makes me happy. I don't worry anymore about what people think about me. I'm not selling any coaching. I'm not doing anything like that. I just get to make some videos to help promote the private club I'm involved with, and just do what the fuck I want. And just like, I mean, I never really cared anyway about negative comments, but I care even less these days. I very much, I play poker for fun these days, but also to still make money. Gone are the days where I'm a fucking super hard studier, got my head buried in GTO Wizard, and having my brain scrambled. I just play people, and I have the default assumption that although I'm bad, other people are bad too. So just play like tighter ranges than them, and then rely on my experience and hopeful post flop edge to still be able to make a win rate. Easy value bet here with the Jack 3. Hope to get looked to by ace highs, etc. We did get looked up. And it was by a hand that probably should have raised pre-flop. Ace 5 off. I don't love these hands. Again, it's probably barely making any money. But with two green tags in the blinds, it has to be making some. 3-bet by a stone Nate. Trivial fold. Swag. I know a player called Swag. Can't see the player that I know that's called Swag playing 25 and L at 13 minutes past 10 on a Thursday morning. King, Queen, O, trivial open. 4-3 suited. Not an open on the charts, but we've got two green tags, so we'll have a little go. Not the greatest of flops. Not the flop we would have asked for if we had a choice. This win-win, look at what an aggro little fuckwit. Just bad. Just stone bad. I can only assume that his username is ironic. He's just good run breaker and like isolating to 2.2. God knows what he thinks he's doing. He probably thinks he's doing something cute. He's not. He's just shit. Get donked into on Deuce King 10. I'm going to ignore the donk, and then what would I do if I was c-betting here? I'd probably just use a small size, so that's what we're going to do with our raise. We're going to raise small. We're going to bet small again, and then bomb the river. The thing with this is like sometimes we don't mind making draws call and then making them fold later. With us having the draws, it's a bit dicier whether he has those draws. But the idea behind that there was just like get him to like recap himself on the turn and then blast the river, and that the best hand he's going to have is some like shitty weak king, which might not fold, but then get him to fold everything else. Queen 10 suited on the button, and a flat, hope not to get squeezed so he can play pots with the green tags. Kind of a big deal. Not going to see bet this multi-way. Led into for full pot now. It's kind of unfortunate when we've got a flush draw, but versus full pot, I'm just out. I'm just out. We're drawing to a non-nut hand on it, to a non-nut flush on a paired board, and someone's bet full pot with just one pull of the deck left. I don't think calling there's making money. I don't care. That's a small 3-bet. It's ace 10 0. It's just a bad hand to defend versus 3-bets with when people are almost certainly significantly under 3-betting. We've got this win-win character who's we confirmed to be bad and aggressive. It's going to make an egregiously sized 3-bet against him. He still calls anyway. We get pretty damn good flop. And given what I think I know about him, I'm just going to check. Let him do his thing. He comes with a really big bet. They're just going to be all in, commit his draws, commit his worst ace X, etc. And if he's got me, he's got me, right? It's just a cooler. Courtesy of Will Kassouf. He has left himself with like a even numbered stack. Resume the hand. And win. Beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. Could not have gone better. We love it. We fucking love it. Win-win. Not living up to his name there. Going to sit out for a minute. My phone has been persistently vibrating, so I'm wondering if someone's going to message me, if somebody wants my attention. Back in a moment. You lads and lasses obviously won't miss a thing. Pair and a gut shot here. Facing the bottom limp. Straight flush draw now with the straight. Just going to bet big. Just try and get called by an ace. Sadly not. The pot's very small there. We've got an incredibly strong hand with just one street to come. Not going to have any small bets there. Well, it is a small bet because it was 2 fucking big blinds or whatever. But not going to have any small bets relative to the pot. Win-win here has peeled out the small blind. We've got no pair, no draw. And his aggro little fucker. So being check raised would make me want to puke. So we're just going to check back. A-side does have a smidge of showdown value here. And we're certainly not going to get this fucker to fold many pairs. So I'm not going to try. And we river a pair of 4s, which might help us improve past some slightly better ace-x. Or 4-8 offsuit. Win-win. Next time I see him, he's being upgraded to blue tag because he's just fucking abysmal. In fact, no. He's getting the pink tag, which is my tag for worse than abysmal. If that's possible. Pocket bars on the bottom with the green and the blue tag in the blinds. I want to play pots with these, so we're going to flat. We're going to flop a set. Going to get led into for half pot. This is not going to be a bluff, but I don't want to raise yet because I don't want Petty Dog to fold. You know, checks turn. So now he's like top of range is going to be like King Jack. Then he's going to have under pairs, and then he's going to have air. Going to bet small. Slightly unfortunate river, but we're still going to bet big. And be very, very sad if we get raised. Although, how does he have a 7? Pocket 7s exactly. And he just folds. Right, we've got 2 green tag. I've got a green tag and this pink tag in the big blind. We're actually going to size up our raise. Ace 9 off. Was going to be an open, but now it's going to be a fold. I don't care that it's purple tag. It's ace 9 off. It's got very little post-lock playability and just no reason to play it, even versus a whale. You could probably make a case if you wanted to go all, if you wanted to really nerd out and play on the fact that he's a fucking idiot, but idiot or not, the ace 9 off it's just not going to make enough money to make it worth bothering with, even versus a whale. Here with the 6s in the small blind, we're going to call because we have a, well, it looks like a recreational player, fish, whatever you want to call them in the big blind. And I'm all about playing pots with bad players and not giving a fuck that we should be playing 3-bet or fold and not having flats, etc. They won't care, in all likelihood. So why the fuck should I? Just get in pots with bad players, try and make hands, try and get value. Here, both these players are telling me my 6s are no good, and I'm very much inclined to believe them. And they were good. This dude can get the whale tag. Oh, look at that. We would have rivered the best hand as well. Well, we had the best hand the whole way. Not c-betting versus the stack depth versus a whale or a fishy type player. Now I can't fold my hand. Going to delay c-bet the turn. We've got 9 high and we take it down. So there, obviously, the flat with the sixes didn't go well. But given how this player on the button played the hand, it's definitely the sort of player you want to see flops with, and definitely not the sort of player you want to try and make fold, because he didn't fold the Jack 10. So, yeah, just get in, see flops, try to see flops, and then get your value and attack to cap ranges. It's a very, very, very basic strategy. But it's also really effective. Right, we open the cutoff here, so we're just going to bet small and bet bigger if I'd opened early from an earlier position. Not in love with the jack on the turn. Going to side up a little bit, fold to a raise, and probably check back rivers. I think I've 3-bet once yet in this session. I don't think we've done one 3-bet in 26 minutes. Don't think I've had a spot to. Well, I've had a couple of spots with the suited ace 4 and what have you, but I had many spots. Ace 10 off. I don't know anything about this player. We're going to open because there's a fish on the button and a fish in the blinds. Yeah, going to flop trips. Is he going to make more mistakes versus bet or check? Maybe versus check. Just stab too wide, maybe. Goes for the half pot. Start with the call. See what he does on the turn. He checks back the turn. Block river. Trivial fold to raise. Flopping a gut shot. He bets small. Easy call. And probably just folding turn versus bet. God of Thunder coming with a limp, so he can get the green tag. Not that I'm necessarily anti-limping, but most regs will not have a limp strategy. So when I see someone doing it, my default assumption is they are not a reg. I see someone opening for pot on the button, I have the same assumption. Defend the ace 3 suited. Flop a nice draw. Turn the absolute nuts. I want to play a big pot here, and we can't really do that with bet, so we're just going to check again and try and get the check raise in. He snap checks back. It's all very disappointing. King 3 suited with 3 assumed recreational, so we'll open it. Kind of a big deal, but not kind of a big stack. So I haven't three bet once, I don't think, in 30 minutes. Maybe once. And I've been three bet twice. But people still love to give action in three bet pots, even though they are seemingly as rare as hen's teeth. Flopping a full house with the 10-6, which is highly delightful. Love that turn card. Versus half pot, when we just have to raise now. Just a matter of what size. I'm not just going to hit the 30, 70 and I'm going to think about it. Yeah, I think he's just going to fold a lot, but I'm just targeting top of his range, which I don't think is very strong given the size and the line he's taken. But yeah, he just snap folds. Not surprised there, but we've got basically the nuts, and we want to build a pot. And if he doesn't want to come along, then so be it. Won't be defending the 6-2 suited versus someone with a broken stack. Certainly not when they go 4x. I'm not stabbing the King 10. We will go for a delay C bet should he check a second time. C bet, good shot. So what you're seeing here is my general method in all of poker. Just try and play solid and try and stay out of trouble when players look like they're wanting to build a pot, because the vast majority of the time players look like they want to build pots, it's just because they have fucking good hands and not very many bluffs. So I'm just confident in that read in general on populations. So therefore, I find it relatively easy to keep myself out of trouble. Going to check back here and call rivers. Getting check raise with top pair and an open ender would be very disappointing. We do river the second nuts. And do I think his range looks like here? It's just really, really weak, isn't it? So we're just going to bet small. Sadly, he folds. Ace king off. If we three bet, we have to call it off, but we have to three bet. So there you go. Again, I'm not the sort of player who's in a big rush to get ace king off in pre, but for 40 bigs versus someone who's almost certainly a bad player, then willing to do it. Although when we do get it in, we're rarely going to be in good shape. Maybe they just overplay ace queen or ace jack or something. But I'm never in a rush to get ace king in pre. I have to leave the house in approximately 7 minutes. So Yeah, we'll stop at 40. Look forward to importing this session and seeing what my VPIP is. I'd be surprised if it's above 16. I'd be surprised. I mean, it could be. Turned down many opens, to be fair. One or two, but not many. Ace-8 off. Multi-way is miserable, but penny dog's in the pot. No, it's just fucking miserable. Not doing it. Out of position, multi-way with a hand that just doesn't flop well. So probably like close to neutral EV pre-flop. Just not that bothered. Not that bothered about getting involved in neutral EV spots when I'm not the player with the initiative. Three bet folding the ace queen. Up in second pair here, expecting to see 1/3 pot and check a lot from this particular player, from what I know about them. We do see the 1/3 coming in. Can't fold just yet. 8-7 off. In a defending position versus a fish. If this player barrels a turn, we're just shutting down. They check pretty quickly, though. Doesn't necessarily mean they're giving up. It's just a probably bad card for their range. Good card for our range. No reason to bluff. Turning trips on the right-hand side table. He double barrels, and now it's just time to raise. We want to try and put around 1/3 of his stacking, which is going to be 14 big blinds. That looks close enough to me. Right, I don't love this anymore. But obviously we're going nowhere with trips, but I am expecting to lose this pot a decent amount of the time. But if we do, we do. It's cool, all right? If you got it, you got it. And he just has ace-8 offsuit, which is just fucking fine by me. Absolutely no idea what that fucking clown was doing, but I'm very grateful that he did it. What a lovely way to end the video. Sit out next big blind, all fast forward tables. Lovely little session. Looks like we've won around 2 buy-ins in 40 minutes. So we're playing some of the most basic ABC poker you will ever see. ABC still works. Who knew? And there we go. That is the end of your video. If you've enjoyed it and you want to see more content from me that isn't on YouTube, do join the Poker Lounge's Facebook page, which is linked beneath the video. I put videos out 3 or 4 times a week, documenting what's been happening in the club the night before. They're not all my hands. I just show all the big pots that I've witnessed and then add my opinion to them. So do join the page. Even if you have no intention of joining the club and playing, do join the page if you want to see more of my content, or just join the page anyway, so I get some feedback on how much these videos are affecting traffic to the page. Because the only reason I'm really making them, honestly, is to drive traffic to the Facebook page. I have no other motivation to make videos these days, really. So please do click the link if you got this far in the video. Thank you very much for watching, everybody. Take care and goodbye for now.